E3 here, embodied, empowered, and ecstatic, with morning motivation number 2, which is kind of funny because what am I motivating you? Am I motivating myself? What's going on? That's a great question. I have no idea what's going on. But I do know that I feel a voice in my heart. My intuition is speaking to me. I'm blessed by Great Spirit. I have a bathroom to sit in right now at 4 in the morning. Not everyone does. I'm very, very, very blessed and grateful to have a place to live, to have this phone to make a video. So yesterday morning, my intuition told me, why not make morning motivation videos? Since you're still alive, and see what happens. So these videos, they're for myself just as much for anyone else. So I'm kind of calling in Great Spirit to bring motivation to both of us. Now, not to get into semantics, but there's motivation and inspiration. I guess both are similar. Maybe for me, motivation and this video series has more to do with taking one step. Then we get motivated, take a step, and then maybe the inspiration comes from the inside and we build positive momentum. And that's the whole idea of what I call your unique flow state. Just like you have a unique vibration, which is connected to the great unique vibration, you could call that God, and we are each unique vibrations. You have a unique flow state that's unlike anyone else's flow state in the whole universe that's ever existed. And you have your own unique life path. So my prayer for myself, for you, and for anyone else who views this video is that we can receive support and love from Great Spirit. We can, and specifically in this video series, we can take one step this morning, just one step, maybe even just one breath, maybe even just one thought going in the direction of the dreams in your heart. So that's my prayer for myself, for you, for your sphere of influence, that we can all feel our unique vibration, we can be in our unique flow state, and we can each live our unique life purpose. That's like the biggest prayer I have in this life for myself and for everyone that I meet, that we can each feel the truth of who we are. It's like, that's what we want. Forget who said, we're all looking for love or something like that. Some people look for love in the wrong places. I don't know, maybe I'm messing that up, but I feel like we all kind of want the same thing. So my prayer is that whatever that thing is in your soul, that your soul desires, that you can have it. So, oh yeah, another fun thing in this video series is that, well, every day that I make the video, that means I'm still alive. That's a good thing. And that also means that I have the opportunity to take steps towards greater levels of health, prosperity, creativity for myself and for others. So in this video series, I'm encouraging you to take one step along with me. Could be anything. For example, you could drink an extra cup of water today, and that could be your one step. You could give somebody a little bit harder of a squeeze when you hug them. That could be your one step. You could watch 2 minutes less YouTube videos today. I guess including this one, if you want to stop now, there's probably more than 2 minutes remaining. You could, I don't know, you could do anything. And you doing your part, wherever you are, even if you're in Australia and I'm in New York, or if you're in the mountains, I'm in the desert, wherever you are, I'm giving you gratitude, basically, because your energy is affecting me. Affecting. Maybe that's not the best word, but it is in a good way. So thank you very much. So what am I going to do? What time is it? It's like 4 a.m. Gotta do something. Or do I? Doing and being at the same time. So what I'm going to do and be at the same time is a coffee enema at 4 in the morning. And give gratitude to the sacred plant of coffee. I'm not an expert in native traditions at all, but I know in a lot of native traditions, the first medicine is love. The second medicine is, like in the order of, I don't know if it's priority or what, but medicine or love you could say is number 1. Number 2 would be air. Number 3 would be water. Number 4 would be tobacco. I don't know what number 5 would be. But even if that's not the exact order, I mean, I'm sure love is first. But those are some of the top medicines in some native traditions that I'm aware of. So that's kind of cool. What's my point? Oh, my point is that the coffee enema is a blessing in many, many ways. So that's the one step I'm taking today. Well, there are actually steps all day long. I'm just giving you an example of something that I'm doing to connect with my unique vibration, my unique flow state, and my unique life purpose. Then after the coffee enema, if my body feels safe enough to do so, because I'm still recovering from 2 head surgeries, and a few weeks ago, even right after the surgery, pretty much right after, I couldn't walk. And then, how long did that last? I don't know, a few days I couldn't walk at all. And then for like 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks, I needed a walker to walk. And then, don't need the walker as much. So, what else? Yeah, this is not quite the Tony Robbins motivation speech. I don't think. So, yeah, these are the steps I'm taking. So yeah, this morning motivation video is giving you gratitude for whatever you're doing, wherever you are, to doing your part in being yourself as best as you can. I know this is very, very hard right now. That's like the essence of what's happening. Can we be ourselves now? Yes, can we be here now? And can we be ourselves now? That's like the ultimate test for all of us. Can we be ourselves now? What does that mean for you? So whatever that means for you, I'm praying right now that support comes your way. Support in the exact way that you desire and need. And I'm giving you gratitude for being here alive at this time on the planet. There you go. Are you motivated now? I'll work on my motivation game. But either way, I'm motivating myself right now. I'm asking Great Spirit to motivate me. And actually, this has to happen because sometimes I forget about the glioblastoma and the brain cancer. And the pain is there all the time. So it's like, I feel that, but it's very interesting. It's like, in a sense, the glioblastoma, the brain cancer, it's not even real. Like, yeah, on the 3D level it is, and energetically, you could say it's real, but there's a place in my heart, in my mind, where it doesn't even exist. It's like, my soul exists, the dreams in my heart. Truth, like truth in humanity is real. For me, those things are more real than the brain cancer. So it's a very interesting experience for me because I'm kind of going through this process, the painful, often scary, intense process. But I don't know. There's something beautiful that I feel in my heart that's here. And that's what keeps me going. Yeah, I definitely, I've had to think about death a lot literally creating a living will and power of attorney, and many times being close to death, having to decide, do I call upon my inner strength and all my angel guides and all my resources and great spirit to stay alive and focus on life, nothing will get in my way? Or is it my time to just let go? And this is when great spirit is deciding, it's my time. There have been many moments like that. And the answer that always came was just presence. And then the same decision would come in the next moment with the pain and the situation. Do I fight? Do I hold on? Do I focus on life? Do I heal myself? Do I let God heal me right now in this moment and continue this life? Or would it actually be ego to try to stay alive? And again, or do I let go? And do I let go? So again, the answer was always presence. And then the next moment I have to make the decision again, focus my energy. So my point is that, what's my point? Is that, I'm trying to make the most of each day, actually. That's my point. Literally all day long, doing full-on intensive cleansing for the glioblastoma, for the brain cancer, for the extreme inflammation that's in my head, which has been causing the left side of my body to get weaker, lose motor function. So all day long, I'm doing it with ease in my heart, but you could say it's life and death for me. This is it. I have to use everything I can, use every resource, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything, to focus on healing. Because I'm out of the hospital, the doctors gave me no hope. They said it's incurable, my condition, because, I'll show you, just had 2 head surgeries and there's a new tumor growth. So because of that, that's a skin flap, that's my abdominal tissue on my head. So because of my abdominal tissue on my head, they can't do radiation for the tumor. That'd be too dangerous. Because they just did head surgeries recently, they can't do another head surgery. And partially because the skin flap is growing really well. It's alive, it's taking to the head, which it could have not. So I'm very lucky. So the radiation will also destroy and kill the skin flap. And if you lifted up the skin flap, you would not see skull. You would see, I don't know what you'd see, brain, but there's no skull there. Or and there's abdominal tissue. So they can't do radiation, they can't do surgery right now. And they said, well, you could go to hospice care or palliative care, but there's nothing we can do. First, you have to try to heal the tumor, and then we could do the next surgery. So maybe a month ago, I did the first 5 days of chemo as a very last resort. But I don't know if that helped too much. Possibly it did, a little bit. But even so, I think it takes a few cycles, 5 days on, 23 days off, and they increase the dose for it to have an effect, if it does at all. But, so I did the first 5 days, which ended maybe 2 weeks ago. Didn't feel good at all. I think I'm still getting the chemo out of my system. But my intuition told me that, because I saw the oncologist last week and she said, okay, we're ready to start the chemo soon. And then I told her, well, so we had a conversation about all the different aspects and treatments and things like that. And I told her, well, I want to meditate on it now because I feel like now I need to focus on reducing inflammation as much as I can and take that as far as I can take it, reducing inflammation, doing alkalizing, living foods, mostly liquids, usually 1 meal a day, eating I guess you could call it intermittent fasting, only eating in a certain time frame, unless I feel like I need to eat a little bit, because sometimes if a seizure is coming on, either I'll take seizure medication or sometimes eating some solid, living, raw, vegan foods helps. But I've been doing everything possible to reduce inflammation at home. That's why I'm doing the coffee enema this morning, and other types of enemas. I could finally take showers, so alternating between warm and cold, and then eventually my body will be able to handle cold, ice cold baths, because right now it would be a little bit too stressful on the body. So my intuition is telling me to reduce inflammation, increase happiness, and take it one day at a time. So that's what I'm doing here. So that's the action step I am taking today. And then what else? Something new. Do something new, because that's part of the motivating ourselves, to take one little action step to do something new. I'll pray for a few more people than I have been praying for. That's what I'm going to do that's new. Because recently I've started to pray for people as part of my daily meditations. I'm going to add some people to these prayers. So with that being said, thanks for joining me in this video. I hope you can feel motivation from the beautiful person that you are. I know we're in challenging times. I'm right here with you. I'm doing my part to face my own death and mortality, limitations, the pain, the brain cancer. But I'm also doing my best to follow my limitlessness, the dreams in my heart that are still here since I was a child. I'm doing my best to follow those dreams of creativity, of health, of happiness, of love. So thank you for joining me, and wishing you the best wherever you are. If you'd like to join me for 3 rounds of the E3 affirmation, I am embodied, I am empowered, I am ecstatic. Okay, so 3 rounds, calling in positive energy, positive momentum, and miracles in all areas of our life, just as we are, not bypassing the physicality, but also not bypassing the truth of who you are. So bringing both worlds together through this affirmation. Okay, 3 rounds. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. 1 more round. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am ecstatic. And may you be as well. E3 here, wishing you well and wishing you a beautiful day.